Hello and welcome, this is Mercenary and we're back with some more BattleTech. In the last video, we talked to our crew, went through some of the dialogue that they had for us. We explored our new vessel, the Argo. We did an upgrade of that ship, and we repaired, or at least set up, our mechs to repair. Did some other things to get ready for a future mission, and that's what we're going to strive to do now, is find ourselves a contract. So let's start by looking at the contracts that we have available. So we do have one travel contract. These two are in the system we're currently at. And considering that we have to do some repairs of our mechs, which I'll take a look at in a little bit, before we could have a full lot of 4 mechs, probably taking a travel contract or traveling somewhere and taking a contract would be a good idea. Well, the one that we have here where they pay for my travel is this one. So we're going to a system called Kimi. I've never been there. And it's turn the tables. We have to destroy a base. I think that's a new mission type for us. Now, it's 2.5 skulls. That is, I think, the most difficult mission that we have taken so far if we were to take this one. And the pay, I wouldn't say, is anything necessarily stellar. We've been paid about this amount before. We've had about this amount of salvage before. So I wouldn't say we're necessarily getting paid well for how difficult of a mission is. I mean, you look here. This mission here technically pays us better, and it's a full skull less of difficulty. But with that being said, let's take a look at the description. A consortium of Capellan manufacturers has been losing ground to a local government competitor every fiscal quarter of years. It's time to turn the tables with one well-timed strike at the primary local government manufacturing plant here in the Kimi system. Commander, in my experience, merchants will defend their profits with extreme prejudice. Expect a hostile response as soon as you kick down the door. All right, well, that's a possibility. Let's go ahead and take a look at that mech bay just so that we are aware of what's going on here and what I mean. So we only have 3 mechs available right now. We're currently working to repair the generator, which will only take 3 days. So if we really want to stick around here and do whatever missions here, I could just wait 3 days and then we'd have the generator available and then we'd have 4 mechs available. We'd have to go light. It'd be 2 light mechs and 2 medium mechs, but that is a possibility. Okay, with that being said, let's take a look at our contracts and system then. So the less difficult mission, let's take a look at that. So it's going to be an escort mission. We have polar biome, 1.5 skull. Okay, we're looking for a mercenary company with a reputation for discretion, a personal friend of our leadership here in Weldry has requested protection for a convoy of his, but the Orana Restoration can't commit our own forces to this task. While his convoy is armed and armored, he suspects that his enemies have hired mercenaries of their own to interdict the shipment. Huh. Okay. Commander, I suspect that our employer's reluctance to commit their own forces has less to do with any extreme danger of the task, but some distaste for their merchant friend. All right. Well, I mean, again, this pays more and it's less difficult, so it is tempting to do. And then this one is capture base, and it's on the Highlands. It's a little bit more difficult, and it pays less and has less salvage. So honestly, it's not very tempting. So do we wait 3 days or do we jump? Well, before we do that, let's go ahead and take a look at the star map. Okay, so Kimi's over here. And we're here. I'm guessing this is that new Orana Restoration territory now that we have won this. So they have a couple spots here. Okay, and then, I mean, really we can travel wherever we want, except for we can't travel into the Arigan Reach territory, and we also cannot travel into Capellan space. Oh, so we can only really travel into Taurian space. Interesting. And we'd have to, like, hop over the Arigan Reach territory. All right, well, there's that. What is this system about, Kimi? The presence of 2 habitable worlds in this system, 1 Arctic and 1 tropical, make it a rarity. Both are ruled by by a theocracy, the new Salvationist Order, that preserves the ruins of FSLDF, so that's Star League Defense Force, bases and system as religious shrines. So it's a tropical world, an Arctic world, low gravity planet, high gravity planet. So there's 2 planets, more or less, moons, ruins, moderate population, former Star League presence, mining, primitive civilization. So primitive civilization kind of means that probably there's not going to be much of a shop there if we were to go there. Okay. Well, we do happen to know... Oh, Lyreton is where that shipyard was, wasn't it? We were here, and we happen to know that some of these systems around here are kind of crap systems, but I don't know if we ever checked Lyreton out. Agricultural, research, low-gravity planet, periphery level of civilization, moderate population, tropical world. Okay. Well, I don't know. I kind of want to go do this Kimi mission. So I'm going to do that. We do need a little time. So I'd be fine with that. Let's go ahead and take that contract. Let's negotiate it at the very least. Okay.
There's a lot of activity on the comms. We must be near another dropship. Probably flying with an escort.
Do we go more salvage on this one? I mean, I think we're doing okay as far as money goes. I'm gonna go with that.
Calculating course now, Commander.
Calculating escape velocity.
So this I'm a little curious to see what happens.
Financial report.
Okay, here's our financial report. Okay, we're gonna lose 424,000 here. Okay, so I think we keep with the generous. I would like to keep, getting morale, so that'd be nice. And we should have paused. And I also want to talk to Farah here and just get the rest of her little story stuff out of the way. Going to be part of this crew? I want a better sense of who you are. Tell me about yourself. Well, I'm an actual doctor, but not the medical kind. I hold 2 doctorates, one in physics, the other in mechanical engineering. And now I'm hauling around in a Lost Tech Wonder with a crew of merry pirates. Seeking my fortune? It's funny. The places life takes you. Okay. Okay, I've got your elevator pitch. Now give me the long version. Yeah, sure, if you like. Let's see, where to begin? Well, I was born on Regulus and the Free Worlds League. My parents were academics, I know, big surprise, and I spent most of my early years bouncing back and forth between their suburban apartment and the Ferdowsi, my Baba June's live-in dropship. Okay, I'm sure I'm mispronounced all of that. Okay, I'm gonna ask, who was that? My grandfather. He'd carved out a nice little business for himself, running a taxi service for pilgrims traveling to and from Dar es Salaam. As much as my father frowned on Baba June's old-fashioned lifestyle and beliefs, he wasn't blind to how much I love the old man, and so he occasionally consented to let me aboard the Ferdowsi and go along for the ride. I always cherish my memories of those voyages. The warmth behind Baba June's smile, the excitement of leaving Regulus behind, chatting with the pilgrims, and getting lost in the stars, and eating prepackaged whatever that is out of a shiny tin. Those times are all crystal clear in my memory, as if they'd happened yesterday. Oh, how I miss that wonderful man. This may seem silly coming from a mercenary engineer, but I've come to think of the life I've chosen as a way of honoring my Baba June. By carving my own path among the stars, I'm doing what I can to keep his memory alive. That sounds trite, I'm sure, but sue me as to what I've chosen to believe. What about after you left home? Where did you study? Actually spent a little time in the Illyrian Commonwealth before I pursued my studies. Long story? That, but suffice it to say that it was its own kind of learning experience. When I did decide to get a higher education, I wound up back in the Free Worlds League. I did my undergrad studies at the University of Atreus, then went on to Cyan University and the Capellan Confederation to earn my doctorates. For a top 3 school with that word. Screened admissions process, Cyan U was surprisingly open to transfer students. Anyway, I could go on and on for hours about my academic career, and you'd probably smile and nod as I rambled, but come on. I mean, this can't be interesting for you, can it? You're a mercenary. You stomp around in a giant robot for a living. Closest I got to adventures back then was my dissertation defense. Okay, move on. Have you always wanted to be a shipboard engineer? No, not always. When I was 15, I wanted to be a statistician. You know, a nice quiet life, alone in the ivory tower. That was what my personal dropship was going to be called. Preparing mathematical models and studying survey results. So yeah, you know, every girl's dream. I guess. Didn't you ever want to do anything, I don't know, exciting? Like being a mech warrior? No. Much as I love the idea of stomping around in a giant robot, I'm not huge on the whole murdering people with lasers thing. It doesn't really square with my personal beliefs. Don't get me wrong, I'm happy to work with mech warriors. If I wasn't, I wouldn't be here. But the actual firing of weapons, no, it isn't for me. Get out. Alright, anyway, you still seem pretty enthusiastic about it. Why don't you follow through? Why didn't you follow through? Well, interests change. I mean, I still like statistics, but it's really more of a hobby now. Is that weird? People have told me it's weird. I don't know. Plotting graphs and forecasting future events calms me. It's like my own little way of using math to bring order from chaos. And besides, everybody needs a hobby. I know for a fact that Darius... Oh, crochets, I'm sorry. For a second there, I wasn't sure what that was all about. All right. Okay, so what made you get into engineering? Uncle Heiner's Experiment World, live-action STEM, educating program from the Lyran Commonwealth. It started airing just after my 19th birthday. You may have seen it. It ran for 3 seasons before it was canceled. The host was a tattooed, chain-smoking nihilist who taught children the magic of chemistry. You know, making thermite and aluminum cans, with aluminum cans and a belt sander, that kind of thing. Okay. What got you into science and educational program? As such, no. I married the host. Look, it's a long story, but the important bit is, in the 6 months before the annulment, I learned that I had a real talent with machines. When Heiner blew out a power relay or took a tire iron to the bandsaw, I was the one who would put it back together again. I found a great deal of peace in that. From there, it was just a matter of getting into the right schools and following my bliss. So that's what I did, and well, here I am. It turned out all right for me, all things considered. Okay. Alright, that's enough of that.
Keep safe, boss.
Let's get going onto our mission. And if we get there and we wait a couple days, we'll have the Centurion online as well. As a matter of fact, I probably should have switched the Centurion around, so... oh well. Alright, let's go ahead and continue. General work is complete. Okay, so we link up with a jump ship just like our previous ship. So really, it just is a really big dropship. Except not a dropship because you can't land. At least that's what it sounded like. You use the Leopard to land, which is right here. Mouse, it's poker night. Darius is prowling outside your quarters as you return after dinner. Poker night? Darius first insisted because he said it would help keep his skills sharp. He doesn't always win, so perhaps he's right. It's usually the senior staff he ropes into playing. Although, Occasionally, some other lucky crew members or guest is invited to the table, but you're the boss. They can't make you play. Okay. I'll play casually. Okay, this is just a friendly game, Darius intones as he shuffles the deck. Samira rolls her eyes as she passes around everybody's drink of choice. He always says that, but it's unclear Darius even knows what a friendly game is. Do you banter with your senior staff? Making your own game out of trying to lure Darius into joining in. As his cup of peated scotch gets refilled, he slowly loosens up. At the end of the night, you give yourself 5 points, but Darius takes everybody's stake. All right, we get some morale. And here we are.
We've entered orbit, Commander.
All right, so now we have to decide, do we take this mission now, or do we wait 2 days and we get our Centurion online? And if we look at the mech bay, what we're currently running with is, it would be a trebuchet, a blackjack, and the 2 light mechs. I honestly think that we should probably wait. So let's just go ahead and wait a couple days. It's not that long.
That work order is complete, boss. Top-notch work, if I may say so.
Okay, so the work on the scaffolding is complete. And we should probably get to engineering and go on with the next ship upgrade. So I'm going to go ahead and just get the recreation knocked out. So this is going to give us +1 morale. And we've already kind of read some of these things, so let's just go ahead and purchase that.
Roger that, Commander.
Work on the lounge upgrade has begun. And then the next thing would be the power conduit, so we can get some of this other stuff worked on. Okay, let's go ahead and go back to the mission, and we'll launch. At this point, we should have our Centurion. Okay, so let's start moving around some of our mechs. So I should probably be in the... Well, Trebuchet goes to Glitch. May end up going with Behemoth here. For the Centurion. And then I just run the Blackjack. Or the Commando, if we want to go light. But I feel like the Blackjack is not enough, or the Centurion may not be enough for a frontline mech. So, go Centurion here. We'll get Behemoth out. Put her in there. And then, as I said, I'm torn between the Blackjack and the Commando. I've already talked about how technically the Blackjack has just slightly more damage potential and has better armor. It's really, we're just gaining mobility here. So I'm going to go with the Blackjack because this is going to be a difficult mission. And we want to have a little bit more weight out there, I think. So, all right, let's go ahead and... what happens if I hit view details? I don't think I've ever done that. Okay, so this is just going to give us the... yeah, okay. All right, let's go ahead and deploy. All right, here we go.
Command interface initiated.
All right, we're tasked with destroying several manufacturing structures in the target facility. Go to the facility and start wrecking the buildings. New area of the security forces, but the building should take priority. Good hunting, Commander. Okay, so again, we don't have to kill everybody in this mission. We just have to go in, smash stuff, and get out, in theory. All right, let's take a look at this building. So, these are the buildings that we're supposed to destroy. I don't see any turret things yet, but I don't know for sure. Okay, well, let's do what we normally do, and we'll start with some of the heavier mechs first. Get further if we jump. Not really. Okay, let's move over to Behemoth.
Standing by.
Okay. Centurion isn't going to have jump jets. We're going to have to get used to that.
Position confirmed.
Get you going in there.
On my
Now
way.
a Jenner to go out and scout for us. Put it right in behind this rock. Maybe we'll get some sensor contacts.
Moving to position. Picked
Okay,
up a
we've
blip.
got a turret. As I said, I don't know if there is a
Oh, it's
turret,
gone now.
thing to blow up. Depending on whether I can get line of sight, I might even be able to just hammer these with our LRMs. Okay, we're already into combat here, so we might as well just reserve. Now, it's possible, these being turrets, that they'll sensor lock me.
Waiting for the right move.
So I'll go ahead and let them do that. While we have good evasion up.
What's up, boss?
Okay, so if I move out here, they'll be able to see me. I could stay where I am and just sensor lock the guy, and then use our firepower to poke it at range. A little hesitant to move up, though. I can't see any chevrons here. I'm like really trying to make it out. I don't even see the chevron of the turret that we know, or we see. It's possible I don't have enough of a contact to see it, but I don't want to move the Jenner out and then just have it get smacked as soon as it moves. So, but I also want to get more sensor contacts if I can. Well, I guess I'll go ahead with this move.
On my way.
Oh, hello.
New bogey.
So I really just cannot see anything on these chevrons. So I'll go ahead and open fire on this guy. Oh, that's a lot of bad. Hopefully we can do enough damage here.
Firing. Full complement on enemy.
There we go.
Turret destroyed.
Interesting. So there was a vehicle that moved on this initiative phase. Well, we're in kind of a position where I'm not really going to get anything with our mechs
Good to go.
this turn. So probably what I should just do is move up and then just brace so we don't have line of sight of anything. Okay, brace. I go to the edge of the wood here. And same thing. Now I could sprint to get a little closer, but we've got decently long-range weapons, and we can kind of poke at these guys.
Orders. Copy that.
Go ahead and brace. Okay, we're nice in defense and a good defensive position. All right, so these must be all heavier things because it looks like they're all on the 2. And then this one over here is on that 1, so that kind of...
Ready for orders.
All right, so I want to move so that we still have this guy in sensor range. I may mess that up, but I think he's just on the edge. And hopefully we get cover in behind this rock. I prefer to focus on the mech, but if I lose that opportunity, oh well. Okay. Well, I'll go ahead and sensor lock. Don't see a reason why not.
Got a lock.
All right, what do we got here? A catapult? Yeah, catapult. That's the one armed with PPCs, right? Yeah. Okay. Well, at this point, we might as well open fire.
Waiting for orders.
As not a whole lot is going to change by doing so. The main thing that's going to change is that the mech may move, but it's more than likely just going to use the guard anyway. So go ahead and open up on this guy. So what do we got? Shoddy. Okay. Well, let's fire away here. We could use the precision strike to knock him down in initiative, but I don't see a reason to do that. Let's just go ahead and fire here.
Got it.
There might be a certain advantage of taking out the vehicles first, but... Okay.
Receiving you.
And the Centurion is going to do pretty much the same thing. Okay. Alright, we'll wait with everybody else. Because the range might get better here. So, let's go ahead and reserve.
They've got a sensor lock on me.
Who got the sensor lock? Ah, Glitch did. Alright, so they can now see Glitch. Okay. The Centurion and the Blackjack should still be okay, but I'm going to reserve nonetheless.
Standing by.
But we're more than likely going to get hit here. Although, both of those miss. That's kind of surprising. The range is fairly long, though. Okay, took some LRMs there. Alright, so that guy there had a sensor lock. We're probably going to want to kill him if we can get the chance. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and jump. So I get a lot of evasion. I'll be able to do... I can't really get sight of anyone. I should move closer, though. If you get them within sensor range, your accuracy is going to improve. That's probably why the catapult missed. And the catapult's going to be the only viable target here. So I'm going to go ahead and use Precision Strike. And this torso section's already taken some damage, so we'll fire at that.
Engaging target.
Okay, we didn't, I don't think, land in that spot, but we at least hit. Okay. More LRMs. We really ideally do not want them to hit our trebuchet. The trebuchet is not necessarily well armored. That's where taking out the guy that gave them sensor lock is going to be important. Okay, we can get the AC-10 in range if we move to here.
Aye, aye.
I'm gonna go ahead and use Precision Strike again, just to get that accuracy up. Okay, so we hit center torso last time. I could aim for that again and try and get the kill early. So I guess we'll do that.
Target confirmed. That hit something good.
Okay. Wow, okay.
Minor damage, Commander. Nothing to see here.
All the turrets are probably opening up on me. So we'll probably want to move the trebuchet in a spot where they're not going to have direct line of sight. I think that is our main problem here. Okay. Well, we are going to be able to move to react to what they did.
Standing by.
Okay. I could move up here and attack. If I did so, I want to move in a way that only one of them can see me, and without moving, obviously. Now, if I did that, the problem that I'd have, I almost want to do this just so that we gain the line of sight, and then I'll open up on the vehicle, hopefully killing it. Yeah, let's do that. This is a little bit risky because we are endangering the Jenner, but I think it's going to be better than doing the sensor lock, and we may be able to kill the vehicle that's giving them that sensor lock, and if we can do that, kind of takes care of things for us. So it's a bulldog. Fire everything we have here.
Roger that.
Side shot, so hopefully it will do enough damage. There we go. Alright, so I'm fairly certain that that was the vehicle that gave the sensor lock. So as long as their other vehicles aren't able to do that, we should be safer. And now that we've done that, they shouldn't have vision of Behemoth anymore. So we should be able to just open up on the catapult with all of our mechs, because they'll all move before the catapult does.
I hear ya.
And if we can keep ourselves out of vision, we should be better off. Now, the other option here, obviously, is to back off and try and get into cover. The problem with that, of course, is that I don't think I can really pull it off. And if they can establish line of sight on me again, we'd be taking full damage. So it'd probably take me a couple turns to break that kind of line of sight. So in that regard, I think we're just better off opening up on the catapult, especially as it no longer is taking reduced damage. So go ahead and open up.
Here we go.
And if we can kill the catapult, then nothing has line of sight on our Jenner.
And there's more where that came from.
And we knocked him down. So I would imagine he's lost line of sight at this point. But I don't know that for sure. Okay, well, at this point, I think we might as well reserve, as the catapult is now in initiative phase 1, so that wouldn't really hurt to do that. Striker's gonna see my blackjack and open up on him. But I had strong evasion, so most of that missed. Okay.
Waiting for orders.
So, I'm tempted to move me first. And what I probably am going to aim to do is see if I can jump. And I'm going to split my targeting. I'm going to go after the catapult with one. And then go after the vehicle with the other. And maybe we'll get something going.
Engaging jump jets.
There's a risk in this that we may expose ourselves to turret fire. But I have a lot of evasion up. And they may not be able to see me. So if we can take out those that can see me, we'll be alright. Now, I don't get to call my shot with the autocannon, but it's still alright. Let's go ahead and fire.
Engaging multiple targets.
That should be a kill. And that vehicle's out. Now, they may be able to see me with this other... Ah, we missed. Really? This vehicle may be able to see me.
Detected.
But at this point, the Centurion
Ready for
can
orders.
stand still. We have the Bulwark trait, so we'll get guard. And we just open up on this. We'll go for the kill. Fire. Okay, heavy damage. And we didn't get the kill, unfortunately. I tried. So I expect a lot of this fire is going to be against me and my blackjack, because that's going to be what they can see. Although the catapult may be able to move up. Oh, okay. Ouch. Alright, well, we can't take many more of those hits from our Jenner.
Lots of armor.
You ideally do not want to take EPC shots. Okay, the turrets are going after the blackjack, but as I said, we've got good evasion up, so... Oh, we got lucky there. Please no more turrets. Alright. We definitely need to get the Jenner out of the firing line, so I'm going to go ahead and move in behind this rock. We should be safe here.
Confirmed.
And then anything that we may have lost vision of I'll sensor lock, so we maintain that vision. Yeah, so we lost vision of this guy, so I'm going to go ahead and just sensor lock him.
Sensors locked on.
That way I don't have to move up with any of my guys and expose them to that turret fire. Alright, so let's go ahead and kill the vehicle first. So I'm going to go after the Manticore.
Roger that. Firing on target.
It's still alive. Now, Behemoth. Alright. Fortunately, I don't have multi-target, which I eventually plan on getting with Behemoth. So I'm going to have to go after the catapult instead. Let's hold off on that. I'm trying to think what would be the better move here, because I may be able to kill both of these guys this turn. And because I don't know what the best move right now is, let's have my mech move. Now, I don't want to be seen by anybody that can't see me other than obviously the people that can already see me. So I'm going to walk because I can't really do with another jump here. And I'm not sure I'm going to split this fire. I may just do an AC5 against the catapult just to get that evasion down. And then everything else against the Manticore. So switch that. Ooh, okay. Maybe not. Alright, I'll still go with that. This gets evasion down. If it lands, it will still do fair damage. And then we've got 100 damage going at the Manticore.
Engaging multiple targets.
Fortunately, we did not kill it.
Hell
All
yes.
right. Well, now that tells me who to go after with the Centurion. So that works. Okay.
Good to go.
Now, the problem with the Centurion is getting it direct line of sight, which, unfortunately, I cannot do no matter where I move. So I want to start moving up, even though it may not necessarily be the best idea.
Roger that.
And hopefully the one LRM-10 is enough to kill this guy, because otherwise we're going to be in a little bit of trouble. Nope, it's not. Manticores are heavily armored, so I guess it's not too surprising. So we're going to get spanked by turrets here in a second.
Warning. Armor low.
Yeah, we can't really afford to take much more of that.
Warning. Armor breached. Internal damage.
Alright, well, it was a risk I thought was worth taking.
Armor low.
It unfortunately didn't pan out, but sometimes those kind of things happen. Alright, for now I'm just going to reserve my light mech. We're going to have Glitch go first, as it seems a little bit more clear what we're going to do here. Please kill the Manticore.
Hurry.
Kill confirmed, Commander.
There we go. Destroy defending forces, done.
You like that?
Now we don't have any objective to kill the turrets, so as long as we can stay out of their line of sight, we're fine. Although I am tempted to just go out and kill this guy, because he's been pissing me off. Let's turn off the AC5 just so that I know got this thing in range. We do. Can I take that kind of heat? I don't know. But I'm going to have backup mechs helping me out here. So I'm hoping it's something we can take out. Okay. The AC-5 is going to put us over heat, but an AC-5 is more valuable than the medium laser, so we'll just turn one of those off.
Engaging target.
And that should be a kill.
Target destroyed.
Now we don't have to worry about that hitting us. And there should be maybe one more turret. As a matter of fact, we're not even in combat anymore. I'm gonna sprint ahead.
Location confirmed.
Here, I'm just gonna do... Oh, alright, we found the turret. Okay, well that's not good. Well, we're in combat here. Okay, well it sees me and I see it, so
Standing by.
let's just go hit it now.
Roger.
May have enough to kill it.
Affirmative.
Maybe barely there.
Destroyed.
Okay, now we can take our time with the buildings. And we're back out of combat. So I'm just gonna move forward and open up on this closest building. Okay, we have another turret. I don't know if we're gonna be able to see it or it's gonna be able to see me. But for now, go ahead and open up on this guy.
Target confirmed.
I'm reading heavy damage to an enemy structure. Enemy structure eliminated.
That one's down. And we want to go to normal move so we can actually open fire here. This one I'm going to turn off the AC-5. Serve that ammo. And we'll turn off one of our medium lasers, one that's less likely to hit.
Engaging target.
Okay.
Standing by.
Move. Alright, I'll go after a fresh target. Because the AC-10 plus the LRM-10.
Target
I'd
acquired.
like to see what kind of damage that's going to do. Well, doesn't help if you miss.
What can I do for you?
Normal move, yet again.
You betcha.
Alright, again, we'll go after a fresh building here. Fire away.
Roger that. Firing on target.
Alright, we're in the combat phase. I'm going to aim to try and kill that turret. Granted, I don't know if I have the heat to do that, but we might as well get vision of it.
Moving out.
So that my other mechs can do something about it. Okay. Let's turn off one of the medium lasers. Good.
Firing on target.
I don't think this will kill it, but it'll do enough damage. Oh, okay, I killed it.
One less turret.
Okay. Forward. Finish off some of these buildings. Let's do 3. That should be enough to kill it.
Engaging target.
Well, that is if we didn't miss.
Good to go.
Normal move, because I may actually be able to get my medium lasers in on here.
Moving to position.
Okay, 2 medium lasers here. Let's go after the biggest building. And we'll...
Target confirmed.
Or the most healthy building, I should say. Still up. Okay.
I hear ya.
Let you move forward. And we'll split our fire between 2 of the buildings. So, yay, and you're going to be B. And switch one of them to B. There we go. Fire.
Got it.
It just doesn't want to die, huh? Well, now all we have to do is breathe on them and they die.
Receiving you.
Move. We'll have you go over and tap this guy because it's got the most health. Okay. Turn off 2 medium lasers.
Taking the shot.
Oh, we had the SRM-4 turned on. Whoops.
Brought it down.
That's alright. Doesn't matter. Okay. Move. And we'll just split up our medium lasers between these 2. That should be enough to kill them, so... There, one there. Get away with 4 lasers, we can. So 2 and 2.
Engaging multiple targets.
Okay, down they go.
It's time to bug out. Get to the LZ for extraction.
All targets eliminated. Sit tight, and I can collect you from where you are right now. Better.
Mission successful.
Okay, that went pretty well. I took a little bit of damage on the Blackjack and a little bit of damage on the Jenner. Alright, so get a little of a bonus. Get up to 300,000. Get our Mercenary rep up. Let's go ahead and take a look at things. So, as I mentioned, Blackjack, oh, I guess the Jenner doesn't need any repairs. Maybe they got through the armor, but it wasn't enough to actually do internal damage. Okay, let's go ahead and get our salvage. So we might as well just grab the catapult. I'm not sure how much I really care for this particular variant, but what the heck, we'll take it. Alright, so what else would we want out of all this? Probably a couple PPCs would be nice. As backup, because we don't have a ton of those. Yeah, I'm going to take the 2 PPCs. Anything else that we get here is bonus. Okay, some heat sink, some ammo. All useful stuff. Alright. And with that, we're going to wrap things up. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. This is Mercenary, signing out.